In this video, we'll be adding mixed numbers. Some related videos to watch to build your skills before adding mixed numbers include classifying fractions, adding and subtracting fractions, converting between mixed numbers and improper fractions, and reducing fractions. All of these skills will be helpful in our video today. So our first problem is 5 2/9 plus 4 2/9. Let's go down to our yellow box. It's going to help us with our steps to remember. Step 1 is we are going to add the fractions, and it says here, tip, for unlike denominators, use smiley face crisscross. Well, looking at our denominators, we have like denominators, so we don't need that tip for this problem. So let's just add the fractions 2/9 plus 2/9. We know that our denominator is going to stay the same. We're just adding our numerators, 2 plus 2, 4/9. Step 2, we go down here. Add the whole numbers. So we have a whole number of 5 and a whole number of 4. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Step 3 is we're going to put our whole number and our fraction back together. So we have 9 4/9. It also says in step 3 we are going to reduce or rename our answer if needed. This answer does not need to be renamed, and it is already reduced. So 9 4/9 is our final answer. Next problem, we have 2 6/10 plus 1 5/10. Let's start with step 1, which is adding the fractions. 6/10 plus 5/10. Again, our denominator is going to stay the same. We have like denominators, which is easier. We don't have to change anything. Our numerators, 6 plus 5 is 11. Step 2, we're going to add our whole numbers. 2 plus 1 equals 3. And then in step 3, we put our whole numbers and our fractions back together. So we have 3 11/10. Looking at our answer, we notice there is something funny going on here. Our fraction is improper. And that's what we mean here in step 3 where it says reduce or rename. We are going to rename this improper fraction as a proper fraction, or actually a mixed number. So let's take 11/10 and let's turn that back into a mixed number. We know that 10 goes into 11 one time with 1 left over, and our denominator stays the same. So we now have changed our 11/10, that's kind of gone away, to 1 1/10. So our final step is we're going to add that original whole number, 3, plus our new mixed number here, to get a final answer of 3 plus 1 is 4 and 1/10. We do not need to reduce, so that is our final answer. In this example, we notice right away something's different with our denominators. We have a 2 and a 3. So these are unlike denominators. So we are going to go ahead and use that tip down here for unlike denominators. We're going to use our smiley face crisscross strategy. So our first step again is always to add the fractions. We have 1/2 plus 2/3. Using our smiley face crisscross, we're going to start with the smiley face. 2 times 3 is 6. And we're going to criss. And we're going to cross. And we are going to add. So our denominator stays the same. Our numerators, we have 3 plus 4 is 7. Step 2, we are going to add our whole numbers. So 2 plus 1 is 3. And in step 3, we know we put our whole number and our fraction back together. So we have 3 7/6. Again, we notice there's something funny going on here. We have an improper fraction. So we're going to take that 7/6, we're going to change it back into a mixed number. So 7/6 equals 1, because 6 goes into 7 one time. 1 left over, Denominator stays the same. So again, we have our 3 over here that we need to add to our new mixed number of 1 and 1/6. So 3 plus 1 and 1/6. 3 plus 1 is 4 and 1/6. This answer does not need to be reduced, so that is our final answer. Here is a similar problem again, where our denominators are unlike. So we're going to use smiley face crisscross again. So let's start with our step 1, taking our fraction 2/3 plus our other fraction 4/5. We have unlike denominators, so we're going to go ahead and use our strategy, smiley face crisscross, giving us new denominators of 15. We're going to and we're going to cross, and we're going to add. 15 stays the same. 10 plus 12 is 22. Step 2, down in our steps to remember, we're going to add our whole numbers. We've got a 1 and a 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. And in step 3, we put our whole number and our fraction back together. So we have 3 and 22/15. Again, we're looking at an improper fraction here. We cannot leave our answer as an improper fraction. So we're going to take our 22/15. We're going to change that back into a mixed number. 15 goes into 22 one time with 7 left over. And our denominator stays the same. So we are adding our original 3 plus our new mixed number here. So we've got 3 plus 1 and 7/15. 3 plus 1 is 4 and 7/15. This does not need to be reduced, so this is our final answer.